to say you have a great smile.
Like in a state of shock.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. Nothing hits harder than a dose of reality, and that is what MSNBC got hit right in the face with when they went to a Donald Trump rally in the Bronx. This rally, of course, is a historic rally. Donald Trump is the first Republican to go to the Bronx running for president since 1980. It's been 40 years. Donald Trump went there to the throngs of 20,000 strong supporters in the streets lining up to cheer on the president and to destroy media narratives. Like this fact check that happened live on MSNBC didn't go the way MSNBC had planned. Here we go.
So Dasha, you were there last night. You heard it. You talked to the people who were in that crowd. How was his message received?
Well, this might sound a little counterintuitive, but I did talk to folks in that crowd who themselves were immigrants. A lot of folks from the Dominican Republic. A lot of people that I talked to were born and raised in the Bronx. For some of them, this was their first ever Trump event. And when you talk to immigrants that are going to these Trump rallies, they agree with his message on immigration. Their point is, look, I did it the right way. I came here legally. And especially those living in New York right now, the sentiment I heard from a lot of voters was, we have these immigrants right now that the city is taking care of in a way that I've never felt taken care of by this city. It was a large crowd and a diverse crowd. Yes, there were some people from Westchester, from New Jersey, but there were a lot of people there that were from the Bronx, Black and Latino voters that are sick of how much they're paying for gas and groceries, that are frustrated with the situation at the border, and that find President Biden's rhetoric when it comes to minority voters a little bit offensive. Take a listen.
Legal troubles. Does any of that worry you at all?
No, at all. I think he's going to be elected the president because everyone still wants him as the president. So to me, it doesn't matter.
Biden, they have disrespected the people of the city of New York. This was the best city in the world. We're not the great apple anymore. We're not the big apple. We are the rotten apple.
Biden went on the Charlemagne the God show and said, you ain't black if you don't vote for him. I'm black because that's how I was born and what I am. And Trump is the man that can save this country. Period.
So interesting to talk to those voters, Anna, and multiple people actually mentioned that Charlemagne the God interview. I did press back with some of those folks, mentioning some of Trump's rhetoric that's been seen as racist and bigoted. They said they don't have a problem with that. They view his actions over his words in terms of what they feel he can do for their community. Again, the economy, those pocketbook issues over and over again, top of the list.
It's important to hear from those voters. I'm glad you were there to get those reactions. Amisha, Trump has quite a history.
A lot of people were first-time voters. Some had never been to a Trump event before. Some voted for Obama and are now saying they're going to vote for Trump. This is what it looks like when you abandon your nation. I'm talking black people. I'm not talking about Latino people. I'm not talking about Asian people. And I'm not talking about white people, baby. I'm talking about the American people. This is what America First is all about. America First is about the people on the screen. That's it. That doesn't matter. Like, I don't buy this whole argument where it's like we're gonna cross section out all the voters and we're going to try and pander to them, prove to one side that they're victimized and pit one group against the other. No. No. This is what America First is all about. All of these people together living in America. And these rallies, even though they may look different all across the nation, they're all American. And that's the thing that MSNBC can't see. That's the thing that the Democratic Party has actually abandoned. It's very interesting in another segment. And you know what? You got to tip your hat a little bit to MSNBC for even doing the segment. It's like kind of alarming that they would even give such a fair shot to Trump and to this Bronx rally, but do it they did. They interviewed immigrants and minorities, and it didn't go great. When you talk to immigrants that are going to these Trump rallies, they agree with his message on immigration. The point is that I did it the right way, and I came here legally. Ooh, man, that is music to my ears. The sentiment of a lot of voters were these immigrants in the city are taking away from the whole reason I came here. They're stealing. The mainstream media is apoplectic that their messaging is backfiring and only creating more Trump voters. Isn't that amazing? Call people racist. Call people racist and bigots and Nazis for the last 8 years, and this is what you get. This is what you get in downtown New York, in the Bronx. Man, it's amazing. Check out this secondary clip from MSNBC trying this out.
Black residents, Hispanic residents, immigrants who actually, and this might be counterintuitive, but did agree with former President Trump's position on immigration. There was a lot of talk in his speech that was pretty New York centric. He painted a pretty bleak image of New York City as a city in decline at one point, talking about, quote, filthy encampments and lunatics killing people. But as I talked to voters in that crowd, Jose, it was really fascinating because we've seen these numbers. We've seen the polling where Biden is struggling to shore up that base with Black and Hispanic voters. And we've seen some of those folks start to gravitate towards Trump. I want you to take a listen to some of the conversations I had at the rally. Listen.
It's too much crime. Everything is going downhill. The economy is going bad. The food is expensive. It's like affordable housing is not for everybody. It's just horrible.
I want food to go cheaper. The gas, I want gas cheaper. When I came and he was the president, the gas was a lot cheaper than it is right now.
Now we're becoming the Bronx second-class citizens. We have this influx of migrants are coming in, and they're getting everything. And everyone in the Bronx, in the city of New York, is forgotten.
And Jose, a lot of the people I talked to were first-time voters. Some had never been to a Trump event before. Some had voted for Obama twice and voted for Biden and are now saying they are going to vote for former President Trump in November. Look, a lot is going to happen over the next 6 months, but this is something I've been hearing consistently from voters, and that's why you're seeing some of the more aggressive push from the Biden campaign to try to shore up their base, to try to rally those voters. But some really fascinating and somewhat unexpected conversations last night, Jose.
Not the first or the last time that MSNBC has been wrecked on camera. When MSNBC went to Atlanta to go interview a couple of barbers, well, they weren't met like Joe Biden. Joe Biden had literally nobody. This is Joe Biden in Atlanta this weekend. Literally no one showing up for Joe Biden in Atlanta. People like, can we cross the street now? This is annoying as the motorcade goes by. So embarrassing, leading to headlines like this. Joe Biden, deep, dark blue Atlanta neighborhood, but draws only sparse crowd. It's not sparse crowd. You just draw like a dude wearing pink socks and Crocs. This guy's annoyed that he can't get to the grocery store or wherever the hell he was going. 7-Eleven. Yeah. And Joe Biden gives, oh God, it's such a villain. Truly, such a villain, man. Anyway, MSNBC went to, it's got to be somewhere around there, and asked black barbers about Joe Biden, and the responses they got were...
There are some people in your orbit who are either voting for Donald Trump or considering it?
For sure. A lot of my friends are obviously my age, so we're a little younger. We've only voted once, for a president, and Trump is kind of all we know, and they're kind of Trump and Biden. They're like, well, we were broke with Biden. We weren't with Trump. And that's kind of the only thing that I'm hearing over and over again is that, well, Trump, we had money. Well, okay.
You know what? I love Americans. Let the American people speak. Let them vote. Let the vote be fair. And ladies and gentlemen, let's make America great again. America first. That's the unifying message that we've all been waiting for. It's your boy Benny. I've been waiting for you to subscribe.